gorgeous! Happy Frugal Friday to you. I hope that you've had a great week. Today's video is just a random drugstore makeup review. I tested out a bunch of products recently that I have never tried before, did a wear test with them, and I wanted to share with you products that I feel are worth trying and then products I feel like you probably should avoid. As always, the views expressed within this video are my own opinion. Feel free to make your own opinions and draw your own conclusions. So there's this Walmart that I have to drive a good distance to get to, and I do it because the makeup displays are always clean, well stocked, they're not ransacked. You know what I mean. But most Walmarts, unfortunately, when it comes to hard candy, have these horrible displays. Anyway, I wanted to share this eyeshadow that I found from them. It's part of their monochrome shadows collection, Hard Candy Moods. This is in the shade called Purr. It's small, it's simple, and it was $4. I mean, you can't beat that, $1 per eyeshadow. And it applied beautifully. No issues with application whatsoever. The eyeshadows were full pigment. First impressions, really good. And I really liked how this look came together. It was very easy to do. The good news is in this Moods collection that they have, there are a good number of shade variations to choose from. This was just the one that I was drawn to, but pretty good overall. What do you think? And at the end of the video, I'll show you what it looks like after a 12-hour wear test. I came across this mascara from Revolution. This is their Lift and Define 5D Lash. And it is a waterproof formula. They call it an extreme extension mascara. I found the formula to be rather dry. It wasn't wet like some of these other formulas that promise the same effects like this one does. So it was easy to get onto the lashes. You didn't have to wait long for it to set. It did an okay job of lengthening, separating. It wasn't my absolute favorite, but it did hold the curl in the lashes really well that day. Now this next product, I'm gonna rave about it. I'm gonna spoil it for you, okay? I love this product. This is from L'Oreal. It's their Faux Brow in the shade Auburn. And this has a double brush tip, and it gives you that brow-like hair stroke when you apply it. It's a phenomenal product. I was very happy with this one. I've been really drawn to the NYX Lift and Snatch micro brow pencil, or pen I should say, for a while now, and I haven't found anything that quite matches it. This matches it, in my opinion. It's really easy to apply, looks like your brows. The color was great, and what's really amazing about this one too is that they claim that it's smudge resistant, heat resistant, transfer resistant, and waterproof. Is it all of those things? I'm gonna let you know at the end. Going back to hard candy, I did pick up this primer. They had this primer called Sweat on Lock. This promises a 12-hour hold. They said it's non-drying and it gives you super matte skin. So, you know, I got oily skin, so I applied it before I applied my foundation for that day. And I will tell you that my skin felt incredibly matte after the initial application. The one thing I did not like about this primer was how the concealer applied over the top of it, which I'll show you here in a few seconds. And that was the only thing that really threw me off about it. So the concealer that I tried over the top of this is the Revlon Glimmer Correcting Concealer. From what I remember, this is supposed to be a neutralizing concealer. It's supposed to go in and neutralize the blue, any unwanted color tones in the skin that you want to neutralize. That's its job, basically. I found it to be one of those concealers that you have to work really quickly with, because the longer that it sits on the skin, the harder it is to blend in, the more unnatural it appears. So you gotta move fast with it. And you can probably see, I tried to capture it on the camera up close, you can see how it's interacting with that primer on the skin, and it really wouldn't blend in certain places. It looked patchy and uneven. But I said, let me give it the benefit of the doubt and apply it on the other side without a primer and see how it applies there. So on the other side without the primer, it did blend in much better, but I still felt like there were remnants of patchiness. Even though they weren't as bad as the side with the primer, it still was a little off to me. But despite all of that, the after results were pretty good. It did a pretty good job, in my opinion, of concealing the blue tones that I have in my under eye area and covering those dark circles. Also from Hard Candy, I want to mention this. I picked up their Matte Unlock setting spray to try out. And it was I was excited about this one because it says it blurs pores, it smooths skin, 16-hour hold, alcohol free, charcoal in it and everything, right? I sprayed it once to test it out. I haven't been able to spray it since. The pump is completely clogged. And there, I don't know if this is going to come up on camera or not, you can see that the charcoal got stuck in the pump. It's just completely like clogged up in there. So thinking of how I want to do this. I may put it in a bottle separate and see if I can try it in a different bottle. I don't know. I could run the pump under hot water too to clear that clog, but then I'm afraid it's going to happen again. I just think it's a poorly designed bottle. There was a product from Rimmel that I'd never tried before also. It's their Multitasker Better Than Filters Primer. This is a highlighter and a glow booster, and from what I gather, you're supposed to apply it onto the skin before you apply foundation, etc., and it's supposed to give your skin this radiant glow. I did that, but I didn't really see a dramatic difference. To me, it was like, eh. I wasn't blown away by it. I wasn't thrilled with it. I was just kind of like, okay. I didn't really see the point in it. If I'm using it wrong, tell me, and I'll change the way I use it, but as of right now, I'm just not that impressed. Also, from e.l.f., I picked up their Halo Glow Powder Filter Powder. This is in the shade Fair Neutral, I believe. And it's a heavy powder. It really is. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on camera, but I applied it with the little puff that comes with it. Probably shouldn't have done that because it's very intense, and it does provide a filterized appearance if that's what you're looking for. It does do that. Very mattifying on the skin. I think if I were going to use this one again, I would more than likely use a brush to apply it to get more of that soft filter focus finish. But yeah. Finally, from Rimmel, I got this lip latex Thrill Seeker lip product, and the shade that I'm showing you here is 150 Magnetic. I didn't really care for the color personally. It wasn't my all-time favorite. It went on really well. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long. I think after about 2 or 3 hours, it started to wear off of my lips. So I wasn't too thrilled with this one, despite the name saying that it's a thrill seeker. I was not thrilled. So, like I said, I wore everything for 12 hours to test it out to see how it would wear. And let's start with the eyeshadow. So the eyeshadow looked great at the end of the day. I felt like there was a little bit of transference, but it wasn't as bad. I do feel like the colors got darker over the day. I felt like when I first applied them, they were a little lighter, and then by the end of the day, they'd gotten a little bit darker. Maybe it's just me. The brow, amazing from start to finish. And I can tell you that it's hard to wash off. It really is. I struggled to wash it off. I even had a little bit left in my brows after washing it off. I was very happy to see that. Now the waterproof mascara held in all day long, didn't have any issues there. The lashes did not fall flat. There was no flaking, no smudging. Like I said, is it my favorite formula? I don't know. I'm on the fence still, but it's a good one if you're looking for a waterproof formula that will hold the curl and that will last all day. The Sweat Unlock Primer from Hard Candy. I'm going to show you my face up close. I only applied it to the one side that day to test it. I do feel like that side was a little more matte compared to the other side of my face, so there's a plus there. There was a little bit of shine breakthrough, but it wasn't terrible. And the face still felt matte when I touched it at the end of the day. So I felt like this was a pretty good product to try from that perspective. The Revlon concealer surprisingly looked really good at the end of the day. I didn't know what that one was going to do, and despite all the difficulties I had with it on the initial application, it held in there. It didn't crease, it didn't fall apart, and it looked pretty good. The e.l.f. powder, it didn't really hold up for me, unfortunately. You already know my thoughts on the Rimmel Multitasker and the Rimmel Lip Latex, so I will leave that there. Let me know if you've tried any of these products out, what you thought about them, what your experience was with them, and if you are interested in anything that I tested here today, everything will be listed and linked for you below in the description box. Let me know what you would like to see tested here next, and I will do my best to put together a video on those products for you too. I hope that you have a beautifully blessed weekend ahead. I speak love, peace, and joy into you and into your home, and look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm trying to get my schedule to a Monday and Friday posting. That's the plan. So hopefully within the next couple weeks I can get that rolling so there can be some more consistency again. So, all right.